Hey Dante, Mark Baker here, my virtual studio, which happens to be my house tonight. So I got your notes and I got your videos, consistency and accuracy, focused on competing on the Pro Tour. So you definitely want to be consistent and accurate to hang out with those guys. So I get it. You throw the ball very well, kind of throw some minor little tweaks in there. Shot repetition, release consistency. I love it. That being said, let's get straight to the videos. Okay, Dante, here I have you queued up in the back. Let's go ahead and check this out. You got excellent footwork for a two-hander. And this ball comes off the spot pretty good. Snaps a 10. Obviously, you're one of the higher average bowlers I coach. So I look at your footwork. First step to the left, like Belmo. I like it. Second step, this is key. Keep that step under your head. I really, really like that, Dante. Third step has that 7 to 10 board drift left. I love it. Just make sure that pivot step goes straight in front of you. You don't want it bouncing too far right. If it does, it can get your swing out of a line a little bit, that consistency of release. So that pivot step needs to stay straight like that. It's inside your head. No body parts. Your hands are loaded. Slide's pretty good. Just a little bit across the line. Not a big deal because it doesn't reroute your hands. Look at you in the bottom of the swing. Oh my God, that's pretty good stuff right there. Come off the spot. Obviously walked it off. So to be more consistent, obviously if you're looking at two-handers, there's not a bad shot. Which one did I video did I like the best? I had a better angle. Here we go. So the only thing I'm concerned about is your timing is a little early because you don't really have a push away. You kind of just drop it down. See how your elbow's kind of locked right there? So you're just going to pull it back. Third step's nice and tall. I like to keep that third step's a little taller maybe. A little bit of knee flex there. You get it down. So you're just kind of pulling it up. Get your head down there. So when your slide foot gets flat in front of your head, I think, so you're barely getting your foot in front of your head. So you're giving yourself a very small window on the bottom of your swing. So it's coming off a little bit late, how I see the good two-handers, Belmonte and Simonsen. Their ball comes off about a half a beat sooner. Not bad. You're strong. You're in good shape. You got it here. So let me show you what I'm talking about by that step. And more importantly, what timing looks like to me. Here's Jason. So here you go, a little taller. See right here, he's got the black shirt on, Dante. And he's got the black sleeve on, but watch. You kind of carry it on your elbow and you kind of drop it down and hinge it. Now you have a great rev rate and you throw it good. But to get that little piece of that level, to make all that happen easier. What we're talking about isn't you throwing it better. I assume it's you throwing it as good as you can throw it more often, like these guys. So you see, Jason has a little more of a traditional push away to it. He's getting it out into a swing. That way, when he's seeing a second step, doesn't have near the flex yours does, and he's actually a little bit taller than you. So now Jason stays pretty tall in that third step. So you got more flex, he has none. Ball's kind of the same position. Yours might be a little bit farther back. But now what's going to happen, he adds that tilt a little later. So when Jason gets that foot out in front of him, see this foot out here? His head's behind it. Well, that's the Belmo logo. But that's also where you measure timing for two-handers. When I finally get that foot of yours in front of your head, you're about down in here, which is better than most. I'd say over the 1,000 two-handed lessons I've given, almost everybody's at 45 degrees. They're all early. So they're all using their shoulder. Their head gets in front of their knee, and their hand comes around it. So what I'm saying on that release window, see, it's a little earlier for those guys. And you're a little bit later, but more importantly, that head doesn't go anywhere. That's that balance you're looking for. You're pretty close to that. If you watch it in full speed, Jason's getting all you're getting on it. He's just doing it a little more efficiently because he has a little more swing and a little better timing. So Dante, let's go back to you because what I don't want to do is mess you up. I don't want to give you something crazy to work on. We're just fine tuning you. I mean, I've seen your ball shape on that one strike, so I know you know how to strike. And there we are. All right. See what I'm saying? The elbow's back. So you do move it, but because you've got it so far back behind you here. So one thing you might want to do is have your arm a little farther closer up in your stance so your elbow's more towards your side. And that way there's more of a push away out. So you're kind of locking it straight down and all this knee flexing too. So if you look at Jason now and I look at you, you can see the difference. So you kind of pull it up. This part's great here. I love how your head and your foot match. You're in great balance here, Dante. That's a great thing. I would just like to see a little more of a swing back here. So your hands, you pull your hands up. Your head tilts later. You do a lot of things right. I don't see the success I want when I see that head get in front of that foot a little bit early. So then when you throw it, your body's in front of that kneecap. So that makes your release point a little bit later, especially when you start bowling the patterns with the guys on tour. Getting your ball to read that spot at 38 feet, 42 feet, 45 feet, 48 feet is the whole thing on tour to get that ball to roll. So I would try to get that ball off your hand a little bit sooner. Like I said, when I go back here, look at the shots from the back. I mean, there's some pretty good stuff going on here. You can see you pull it up, pull it down, but then again, I mean, you're really throwing these balls good. You got a great rev rate. Comes off your hand the right way. So we're just trying to fine tune it. See that little flex right there and that little push down? I'd like it to be a little straighter, a little more of a bump out so I get that ball to swing back and it would actually get to the top of your backswing a little bit later, Dante. If I can get it back there a little bit later, not too bad on the timing there. Your hand's in a good spot. Obviously, it's going where you want. So it's just a fine tuning. I really, really like your footwork. Let's keep the footwork. I'm just trying to get that timing a little closer to Jason, a little closer to Anthony Simonsen, so that window where your hand needs to do what it needs to do can be a more consistent window, and you feel like you have more confidence and you can do whatever you want in that window. That's what we're trying. A little taller second step, a little more of a push away, so that timing is a little bit better and your head doesn't get quite so far in front of your knee going into your slide. I think that'll make your release point more consistent. If that happens with the rev rate you have and the ball speed, I think you'll have no problem going out there and seeing how well you can do with the big guys. Dante, look forward to your next set of videos. Good job. In this video series, we brought in bowling's very best.
Eagles fly with Eagles. Jason Belmonte is an alpha Eagle.
Anthony Simonsen, the youngest ever to win a major.
Kill it. She's won the 2019 U.S. Women's Open.
There it is, second U.S. Open. You can now call Chris Prather a major champion.
Join me, Mark Baker, Jason Belmonte, Chris Prather, Daniel McEwen, and Anthony Simonsen, and my best buddy of 42 years, Dave Husted, as we show you how to create core management.